Hello all. I know I said I'd put my next update on after I got my exam results for T885, but really the lack of response I've had on the Autistic Forum, Ambitious About Autism, about my latest update, I felt it would be best to put a video on. Since I've been back from Florida, the realization's really set in. And my job at Tesco right now really is only about money. I really want to put what I've learned to good use. I'm still hoping to go to the P2 presentation with the RAF, and I'm still holding out for a final position with Kinetic, the aerospace engineering graduate position. But looking at, I can't just walk into my dream job. I'll apply for it, and I got to get into the front door first. So I have to put my name out there and really see what I can get. So I've updated my CV on CV Library last week and looked at engineering positions around within commutable distance from my hometown in Bedford. I could get to by train or bus. Because really, one company in Leicester I could commute to, British Gypsum, that offers... That's the material that the Soyuz seedliners, spacecraft seedliners, are made out of, and they're testing fire-resistant structural components, which would be very good. I mean, if NASA wants to go to other planets, they're going to need fire-resistant structures. They are, and all that stuff. And also there's a wind engineer position there is in Milton Keynes, which could be good. And they look for people with aerospace qualifications. And NASA, they develop all kinds of new technologies they do every day, including renewable energies. So really, I don't need to be a military man and in the RAF to one day go in space. I could find in my interest in a new area, because studying renewables on my T307 module from the OU was quite interesting. It was indeed. Another thing about myself is that I still want to stick to my ambition and become an astronaut, but as I've been reading more of Mike Massimino's book, I mean, I found some really useful stuff. He said his trainers told him when he was waiting for his first mission, you may not feel like you're prepared, but they wouldn't let you go if you weren't. And it's an open book exam. You're not alone. You are part of a team, and you can always get help if you need it. That's how it will be for me. I'll just be starting my career in engineering, but I can always get help if I need it. And his fellow crew member, John Grunsfeld, told him that they believed in him and that he could do it. The problem is that he didn't believe in himself. So that's my doubts about me. Also, getting jobs in engineering in commutable distance, that would be about the same cost it would as living away in a flat. So really, it might be a good idea to stick closer to home initially. But I mean, I haven't been offered anything yet, and I haven't been turned down from the RAF or Kinetic yet. But it's not going to be a disaster if it isn't. I don't think. But I have to treat every job as though I want it that I apply for, which is what I intend to do. It is whatever job I get, I know it will be the best for me and will allow me to achieve the best of my talents and abilities. Also, really, like some others in my family, I get the bug. I want to go back to Florida in a couple of years, so you worry it'll interfere with your plans for that, but your job must always come first, and you can always find time you can for things like that. It doesn't mean you're throwing that away, it doesn't. Another thing I've decided, as for learning to fly, I think I should just go for the gliding course in Dunstable, because 5,700 is a lot to fork over, and 750 quid a year to maintain it. That's just too much, it is. But I'll get my money's worth out of learning to fly gliders. A lot of astronauts don't have a lot of experience with gliders. They don't, unless they're shuttle commanders or pilots. But they still used to flying powered aircraft, jets. So really, at this point, I know I'll get out of Tesco eventually. I will eventually also find a place of my own, but for the moment I feel I can stick to my ambition, I can, and then get my foot in the door with engineering, I can, whether it be with the RAF Kinetic or any of these companies I've applied for. Anything can give me an edge, because everyone has their own unique qualities and attributes. And like I said, you don't have to be a military man to be an astronaut anymore. You don't. Even NASA knows that. So, next update will be when I get my results. So see you soon.